The Native Aotearoa Collection is a celebration of our unique place in the world. I mean, we're blessed by the beauty of our surroundings, you know, our flora and fauna, the breathtaking landscapes we have and our vibrant cultures. It kind of makes us who we are. I mean, I've been thinking about it for years as far as applying my artwork to objects, and cars have always been something that I've kind of thought, oh, that'd be great to, you know, do a car. And with BMW, with their art car history, it sort of seemed like an ideal match. I wanted to take two of their cars and turn the cars into abstract versions of our native birds. So I've picked one for the North Island and one for the South Island. The one I picked for the North Island is the tui. He's kind of like the character for me, and he's got the attitude and the grunt and the physique. You know, he's a beautiful bird. And I thought, well, what would be a cool car in the BMW range that would represent that? And so, obviously the M3 Pure, which is that nice, sleek coupe. Wanted that in black, obviously, because of the tui. And then the other one is for the South Island. It's something quite large, elegant, and got that real sort of beauty and status about it. And that's the kōtuku, which is the great white heron. And I thought the X5 was a perfect vehicle for that. It's got those really sleek lines on it, but it's quite a big bird. I mean, the kōtuku stands about 3 foot high. It's big, yet it's stylish, elegant, and it's got that ability to be taken off-road, so quite ideal to represent the heron as well, because he lives in an environment that's kind of wet, marshlands, but sort of on the foothills of some of our big mountains on the west coast, so perfect for that. Trying to use what the designers created, the style lines and all that, working the artwork in with that, so instead of just plonking a design on the car that kind of didn't add or enhance the flair, I was trying to work with that and bring some of the style lines out and bring that whole attitude out. I love how the tui's got that black, but he's shiny, he looks like a real slick dude, you know, he looks like a real well-dressed Italian guy sort of thing, and he's got those little shimmery bits on it, you know. And he's got this beautiful, yeah, like that powdery kind of poinamu sheen, you know. I use a lot of our flora and fauna in my artworks, and that's purely because as a youngster my father used to take us for long walks in the bush and on beaches and up mountains, and as we were walking he would point out different trees and identify the bird calls and tell us all about that sort of stuff. So being surrounded by that influenced me in a way that's just become part of my life, and I think that's intrinsic in all of us Kiwis, and you can see it in the way that we live, that we're quite heavily influenced by the beauty that surrounds us, and we're quite proud of that. And so Native Aotearoa is about celebrating that. And because a lot of my artwork being about our flora and fauna, I see it as a responsibility of myself to try and support charities that are out there that are protecting and nurturing our environment and making sure our birds are looked after and our trees. And so the collection's kind of about raising some funds for that and showing my support. What I'm doing here is I'm painting the originals for the Native Aotearoa tour. So we're doing this whole collection where we're taking a couple of their cars and we're turning them into art cars, and I'm doing a couple of original artworks, and these are all going to be teamed up together and travel the country through the dealerships to promote the cause. This is the process I enjoy, because you're kind of working with something and you never know until you start peeling off the mask at the end how it's going to look. It's kind of exciting, you know. There's an unknown about it, and so you don't know what you're going to get until you actually, you know, crack it open and have a look. Trying to get the movement in the piece too. Like this one, you know, it's representing speed and agility and stuff, and he's kind of coming down, and one of kind of both the car and the bird themselves are kind of like that. So he's in the process here of sort of taking a dive and possibly entering into a dog fight. What I wanted to try and represent with the kōtuku is kind of him in his most elegant form, where he's just sort of taking flight and spanning those massive wings and sort of elongating his body. So he's launching off here into the beautiful blue sky. Something so satisfying when, you know, when I do these different projects and actually when you get to the end of them and you see the results and you're so, you know, pleased by it. I mean, it's just such a uplifting feeling. It's kind of a real high. I'm so fortunate that I'm able to do this for a job. Like a dream, really. I'm not just about continuing to do paintings, it's kind of about taking my ideas for all sorts of things and making them happen. And so cars have been on my agenda for a while, and being able to do a couple of BMWs is kind of like a dream come true, you know.